Northeast Podcast, WATP.
I got to talk to you guys about Opie because the AC saga is continuing, and I can't get enough of it. But first, Andre, who also sent in Cringe of the Week, sent this in too. He also got this on the show. And this is a episode from 5 days ago on Opie's stream. And he says, it's incredible. The first minute, 15 seconds, he starts off singing an off-kilter Jaws theme. He plugs his new podcast that has a name to appeal to Gen Z for some reason, Opie Funny AF. He confirms that he thinks laughing equals great content. He mispronounces the name of Carl Ruiz. He's still doing that. He plays an old clip with a bad edit made with AI, and he laughs at his own line in the clip. We're going to see all of that unravel in the beginning of this episode.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. I actually want to start off just slightly different today. I want to play a clip from my other podcast, Opie Funny AF. It's literally the hardest I ever laughed on a podcast or a radio show. So I want you to check it out. It's with the horribly missed Carl Ruiz.
I was out working one night, and I got home off a gig early. And our place where we lived, the television, if somebody rings the bell downstairs, to get in the building, and you could turn this channel on the TV, right, and you'd be able to see who was at the door. So I sometimes, for fun, would just kind of go up and down the dials just to see who's walking by the TV or the door. And I'm doing that, and I catch her and this guy right on the thing. And then the two of them just start making out right in front of my fucking door.
Wow!
So
how hard did you get?
I was.
This is incredible. Opie's laughing from the recorded show that he's playing, and then he starts cracking up watching him or laughing at himself. I've never seen anything like this. This is wild.
I was. I walked right into that one.
What's happening? What am I watching right now?
I know. The AI video that's playing from Pictory.ai. So he puts audio into this stupid website, and they spit out this nonsense that makes no sense at all.
Total nonsense. At least there was a man and a woman kissing at one point. Every other clip makes zero sense. There's a woman walking in an office building hallway at the beginning. I thought you were playing the wrong thing, Carl.
Yeah. And then Opie says, how hard did you get? And it shows one of those wacky inflatable guys.
Yeah, like a big floppy dick. I don't understand.
Why not? Sure. Okay, cool. All right. What I really want to talk about, though, with Opie today is the 4th of July. Opie did not take a day off. He goes on his stream yesterday morning and starts off the way he always does, a little music, a little weather report.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your 4th of July. How is everybody? You good? We're way out east on Long Island, and it's looking like it's going to be a glorious 4th of July. We're very, very excited.
All right. Well, that's exciting. I'm glad to hear that. I don't know how the Addams Family became his theme song.
I don't know.
That's turned into a thing.
And that other one where you said Jaws, you're giving them a lot of credit for that.
That was what Andre said. He said off-kilter Jaws, because there is kind of that feel to it a little bit. But yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
This weird fisheye lens? What is he doing?
Well,
if he did just give a weather report every day, that would be kind of fun. It was like a 2-minute Opie weather report every single day. I remember when David Lynch was alive, he used to do that. Mm-hmm. And then he'd go and he'd make amazing art and films and stuff like that.
Yeah, he actually had talent, right.
Right, yes,
so
exactly.
it made it funny, yeah, right.
But if it was just an Opie weather report every day, I may actually tune in to watch that.
Well, I have really good news for you, Doug. We got more weather reporting.
Oh, good.
Oh, my God. We couldn't ask for a better day. I'm so happy that we got good weather for for the 4th of July. Yesterday, we had some crazy thunderstorms that rolled on through. My God, man. We actually, for the first time, aggressively got off the beach. We were having a really nice late beach day. And then next thing you know, you saw the storms coming from the west, and the clouds just looked funky. And I'm usually the guy like, we don't have anything to worry about. But yesterday, you could just feel the electricity in the air, and we fucking hightailed it off the beach. The wind kicked up.
That's a beautiful story, sir.
Who fucking cares?
The electricity? Is that what he said?
Yep, electricity.
Electricity.
Yeah. And when he says we, he's talking about he and Doggy, right?
Well, okay. That's the theory. My buddy Adam Bush has a theory that the family is dead. The family is dead and buried underneath the house or something. I don't think that's true. There's a lot of speculation.
Dead. I think he is dead to them.
That's also very possible.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people speculating that there's no way his wife would be putting up with no AC for 2 weeks, which we're going to get into. There is an issue with the AC, unfortunately.
And also,
Did Fred?
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, real quick. I was going to say the way that he was giving the weather report, where he was like really, really, really super bad. It was awful. Do you think he wrote those questions for Kardashian?
What makes you super happy?
Did Fred do the job? My friend John Cord's down there in Philly.
Okay, so this guy Fred, he's been talking about this for the last 10 or 12 days, where he's like, Fred's going to come over and fix my AC, and then he's like, fucking Fred didn't come over, he didn't text me, he didn't call me. It's been an ongoing saga with this Fred guy to fix his air conditioning. So thank you, John, for asking the question on July 4th to find out what's going on.
All right, yeah, we got an AC update.
Beautiful.
We're at a cool 77 degrees in the house right now. And you might say to yourself, well, that's not cool, Ope. Well, it's way better than 84, bitches. We're able to get the AC down to 77 degrees. We got problems still, John Quartz.
This seems like evidence that the family is gone. The fact that he's going 2 weeks without getting the air conditioning fixed during a heat wave at his beach house, and they're opening all the windows at nighttime. It's 84 degrees in the house. Like, personally, I wouldn't be able to sleep in that house. There's no way.
No, that would be impossible.
Yeah.
Also, the idea that he can get it down to 77.
Right.
Is he saying that the air conditioner doesn't work below 77, or that's just the temperature in the house now because it's morning?
I'm so glad you asked that, Doug, because I have 23 clips that's going to explain to you why it's 77 and what is going on with this air conditioning.
Called Fred. Fred's like, I think your dampers are stuck. Let's take care of your dampers. You might have a bad unit, but your dampers definitely are either frozen. You don't want a frozen damper. So he came over, he fixed everything. He took out the dampers or unclogged them, and then he went home, and then we turned on the AC, and, it went quickly up to 82, 84 in the house.
So Fred sucks.
Hold on a second.
Fred finally comes over. He's like, I know what it is. It's the dampers. And it's so funny because when Opie was talking to his buddies in Manhattan, he's like, oh, I know about the dampeners. I know about the condenser. He's like talking about all these terms. Meanwhile, this guy Fred, who actually knows his shit, I suppose, comes over and fixes nothing.
This is insane, too, because this has to be a lie. I recently had my water heater went. I had to have a new one installed. And the person that put the water heater in didn't say to me, like, listen, wait till I leave.
Yep.
And then check and see if you have hot water. Like the fact that he said it was fixed, he left, and then they tried the air conditioner. This is a lie. He doesn't know what dampeners are.
Yeah. How'd you do, Fred? It's probably good. I'm going to take off. Cool. Thanks. Well, what's amazing, though, is that as Opie's been going through this, he's actually becoming an HVAC professional.
Oh, of course.
And I know all the technology now. I have so many problems with my AC. I know all the technology, the compressor, you got the dryer, you got the dampers, you got the Freon.
It's amazing because literally what we're seeing is everything's gone full circle. When Opie first met Anthony was an HVAC guy and Opie was a broadcaster. And now Anthony is a professional broadcaster and Opie is an HVAC guy. Now, Opie wasn't a good broadcaster. He's not a good HVAC guy, but you see what I'm saying, though. Either way.
I know how to fix my car. You got that tires.
Yep. There's an axle. There's an engine.
There's a windshield. I know it all.
Heavy dice. I picture Fred like, can you cut me that check before you try the AC? Is there a way? Okay.
Yeah. Well, so Opie's been talking all this shit. And I know that when we were over with Drew, we were speculating, like, is Opie, like, not taking care of these guys? Do they hate him? Like, how is it possible he can't get an HVAC guy over to his house to fix his air conditioning? It's been taking this much time. He was a radio personality in this area. He's pretty famous.
I would go with both. He's not taking care of them, and they hate him.
Well, so he's changing course. I think he realizes it's time to give these guys some love.
These guys are very professional, and I know they watch this stuff. They're great. In the end, they're great. Some of this stuff I got to pump up just to be a dick.
So what I love about that is I know they watch this stuff. I doubt it.
No.
I doubt the HVAC guys are watching Opie's stream, but there might be a guy who knows Fred who's sending timestamps. Hey, look at what Greg's saying over here on his stream. It's like, what the fuck? What's his problem?
I mean, he's in the Hamptons, right? He's not in like subsidized housing. Like, you would assume people would be out there in no time to fix this.
Oh yeah, there's money to be made if you're fixing up a house in the Hamptons.
Crazy.
Yes, correct. So he talks about what's going on with the current situation.
We left for the beach 3 hours earlier, maybe 4 hours earlier. House was at 77. Came back in the house, and the house was at 77. But like I told my family, 77 is not 84. Let's look on the bright side. You got to always look on the bright side, right? That's your lesson today.
All right. Like I told my family, there's two ways to interpret this. On the phone. All right, that's good. I was thinking there's two ways to interpret this. Either he's trying to cover for the fact that his family is donezo with him, so he has to bring it up, or that's proof that they're miserable.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, Jesus, Greg, it's the air conditioning's still not working.
Wait, come back. It
could be worse. Could be worse, right? So Opie, he has this relationship with this guy, Fred. He's been talking about him a lot in the last 2 weeks. And he doesn't have the heart to tell Fred it's still not working.
Fred's been through it. I don't have the heart to text him and go, look, Fred, it's still not fixed. It's still not fixed. So now we're looking at a brand spanking new compressor to the tune, I'm hearing everything from $12,000 to $20,000.
So Opie's pricing this shit out. He's making multiple phone calls.
That's fine. I'm not gonna rag on the guy for that. Great.
Right.
But listen, do it. Pull the trigger.
Well,
if somebody quoted you 12, pull that fucking trigger and be like, let's do it now.
Well, it goes back to what Drew was saying. And Drew and I were having conversations off air about this. Opie is cash poor. There is no cash flow at all. So he's got money. It's tied up in real estate and maybe other things, but he doesn't have money to show out to fix the air conditioning in his house. Which I didn't pull the clips, but we're going to find out that Fred's working on this neurosurgeon's house, and that guy had a similar AC unit, and he wants to upgrade. So he's like, I can get you Fred's, or Fred's like, I can get you this guy's thing and hook you up with it. So Opie's already like going to the I need a favor route. He can't even pay for a new system.
Come on. I mean, listen, I don't have the money that Opie has, but I assume you have a money guy. You have a guy you can sit down with and be like, okay, this is what I have set aside for my kids, for retirement, whatever. These are the homes I own. I need cash. What can I do? That's a conversation you would sit down with your wife and your money dude and figure it the fuck out. Like, this is sad.
A HELOC, a reverse mortgage, something to get some cash going for you. Or a successful podcast. I mean, you can go that route too. That's what I decided to do. But so Opie's streaming on the 4th of July, and he's just kind of winging it. He's not really giving a lot of content. He's just talking about his AC problems and stuff. But he's going to give himself a pass on this one.
One other thing really fast. It's the 4th of July. I don't even care if this sounds good. If you want to know the truth, I just want to do a hang with my people.
Okay, so this one time, he's not really putting a lot of effort into his stream. It's good to know. I mean, yeah, every now and again, you got to be like, listen, guys, I'm putting minimal effort in. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, we know, Opie. We see it.
I don't care if this sounds good. It actually sounds better than anything at Gebhardt's.
Yeah, that's true. And also, I don't know if you realize this, but he moved up a level. So his angle now is even better, even though it's still like purple mouth Opie and the lighting's terrible. But at least we're like looking at the ocean now. Before we're just looking at weeds leading to the beach. So this is a little bit better as far as that goes. So after this, and I didn't pull clips because it goes on for way too long. But, Opie's been bitching about Fred not coming over, not giving him a heads up that he wasn't coming over. We played these clips. And so Opie tells the story about how Fred goes, hey, man, I texted you and told you I wasn't going to be able to make it. And Opie goes, no, you didn't. And they had a phone call where he's like, no, I'll show you the screenshots on my phone. It's not there. You didn't text me. And Fred's like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I did. And he sends him the screenshot of him texting Opie back. And Opie goes, yeah, it's not what my phone looks like. So then they get together in person. He finally comes over to Opie's house again. And again, Opie brings it up. You never reached out to me. You didn't tell me. And Fred goes, well, let me see your phone. And there it is. The message is right there. And Opie's like, oh, I guess he did text me. So through all of this, he's been calling this guy out. He's been doing all this shit. Fred actually did reach out to him and give him a heads up that he wasn't going to come over.
And that is the end of a relationship. If someone has to go into my phone and prove to me that I said this and I'm arguing with them about this, I'm never talking to that person again. Like, that's it.
Right.
What are we doing?
I wouldn't expect them to want to talk to me. I'm an asshole. Like, come on.
Never get to the point of let me see your phone.
No.
Right.
Shit.
All right. So Opie definitely, and I say definitely, saw our segment with Drew where we were talking about the fact that he must be a poor tipper. Mm-hmm. He obviously is not taking care of these guys because they don't care about him. They don't want to come out to his house and fix shit. So he made it a point to say this.
So I gave the guys a good tip, a really good tip. So there's your update, John. We're still in it.
Did you, Opie?
Wow.
Did you get on a mattress?
Did you get around the mattress yet? Dog, did you see that by any chance?
I heard you guys talking about it.
Oh, it's gruesome.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. This Ron the waiter guy, I don't know what to make of it. I think I feel bad for him now.
That's so sad. Yeah, right.
I know. It's really terrible. All right, so then Opie starts arguing with the chat, as he's ought to do. And so it starts with a free chat, and then Chris Primer comes in with a very funny super chat.
Anthony invited you on his show. Great news. Yeah, tell him no thanks. All right. I'll read this cold until it's something bad. Hi, Ope. I volunteer at the local health center. Your show is perfect for the target demographic, slow adults and young children. I love how you trash Ron the waiter. That guy is such a loser. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for your $10. You literally just wasted $10.
I totally disagree. I think that was $10 very well spent.
That's well worth it.
That's one of the funniest things. That was by the way, for me, I'm watching the show and I'm pulling clips. That was the first time I laughed. I'm like, okay, that's funny. That's pretty good. I love how you trash Ron the waiter. That guy is such a loser.
Also, I'm going to read this cold until it gets bad.
Yep. And I just kept reading it. It didn't matter. All right. The name of this episode is Evil Gummy. So Opie tells this story about a buddy of his, a neighbor in the Hamptons, who's a big Bills fan. And so him and Opie, because Opie spent some time in Western New York, they bonded over the Bills. And there was a time when this guy had a gummy and the Bills were in the playoffs. It's a weird story because Opie is explaining that he's at the beach and he had a beach day, but the guy gave him a gummy to watch the Bills game, which was a playoff game. He says it was a Bills playoff game 5 years ago, which would have been in January. All the Bills playoff games have been in January. So he's not at the beach. He's not having a beach day. It reminds me when he talked about how he hung out with Kurt Schilling during training camp when he lived in Buffalo. Like, there's no training camps in Buffalo. They go to Florida and Arizona.
You had to be very specific. January. It could have been December. Either way, he's not at the fucking beach.
I'm just telling you. Yeah, none of that makes any sense. So I don't know. Like, the story doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, this guy reaches out to Opie and he says, "Hey man, I got these gummies. They're not intense or anything, but if you want to eat one and watch the game, you can do that." So Opie, for some reason, is not watching the game with his buddy who's a Bills fan. He's watching it by himself and eating gummies.
And that was the time, as I was watching the Bills game, everything slowed way down. This gummy was evil. What is he talking about? I started thinking to myself, this is evil.
Now,
Great story.
Personally had a bad acid trip, and things slowed down, and things got weird. I didn't like it. He's talking about a THC gummy.
Yeah.
How soft is this idiot?
Yeah. I mean, listen, you said acid. I could buy shrooms. If somebody said it's the shrooms, I'd be like, okay, fine. Acid makes way more sense. Time slowed down. Like, I understand the idea of being like, oh, I didn't know how much time passed. Yeah, it makes total sense. But literally, you're watching a game and the plays are in slow motion. Was he just watching replays? Was that what was happening?
You think that was what was going on? That's very possible. So, yeah, this is more about what happened while he was watching the football game and was high on THC. Could you imagine, producer Chris, watching football on THC?
No.
It's gotta be wild.
Horrifying.
That was the story, and I'll say it again really quickly here. I was watching the Bills game. It's a live action sporting event. It's football. I'm sitting there. My reality was so adjusted that I honestly thought that I could paint what I was seeing on the TV. I'm not even a painter. I'll paint with my daughter every once in a while, and I could get something done here and there. But I wouldn't say I'm an actual painter. But in my head, I decided I want to paint, and I think I could paint what I'm watching on TV because everything was frozen on the TV as far as what I was watching. And then my wife would come upstairs every once in a while, check on me, whatever, or get a drink, whatever it was. And how's the game? And I'm just like, oh, this is great.
I just saw the face you made, Doug. My wife would come up to check on me, and then he's like, "Oh shit, that sounded bad," or get a drink or whatever.
Yeah.
His wife is checking on him. Opie, you okay? Everything okay, buddy? All right, just checking on you.
You're not going to paint again, are you?
Crazy.
Are the players on the field melting? Okay, just checking on you. Hope you're doing all right. You want to go to bed early tonight?
Did you ever look at the back of a $20 bill on weed?
Talks about drugs like Tom Myers does.
Yes. It's so insane. He ate a gummy and he's losing his mind. The game has stood still. Maybe he paused it. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know.
Whatever, or get a drink, whatever it was. And how's the game? And I'm just like, oh, this is great. I had no idea what the score was. It felt like I was in front of the TV for 8 straight hours. And I was obsessing, like, do I even have paint and brushes and a canvas in the house? Because this is ideal. I need to paint this. Not paint like what's behind me right now, which is glorious when the sun's going down. No, I'm not interested in painting that. I'm interested in painting a live action NFL playoff game because of my friend giving me an easy gummy. Oh, it's easy.
I mean, I've been stoned. I've been paranoid. Like, never this. I don't know what he's describing.
I'm telling you, it's a bad acid trip is what he's describing. Yeah. But I think it's because he wants to have an interesting story.
Yeah.
Because there's no way a gummy would do this. And I have friends who have taken, eating too many gummies. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what the dosage is. But it's not like this. This is not what happens to you at all.
Just say you dropped acid. Like, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm good, Jen. Thanks for checking in on me. No, I'm good. I'm all right. All right. Sorry, my wife's just checking in on me. Just making sure I'm all right.
It's important. I'm waiting for mine to come down
I saw the wired Christian write that in the Discord. So I wanted to acknowledge it. That's a weird story. I don't understand it. I don't think it makes any sense. I think Opie's just grasping at straws for something interesting to say. Opie does this weird thing where he's got like these conspiracy theories, or he's heard these conspiracy theories, and he wants to talk about them, but he doesn't want people to be like, do you believe that? So he just wants to acknowledge it, but not really get into it.
It was like small, compact, and it looked tubular. And, other people.
By the way, he's explaining, I'm sorry, I should have set this up better. He's explaining the clouds. Remember how we had to run in from the beach because the storm was coming in last night? Mm-hmm. He's explaining what the clouds looked like in the sky.
It was like small, compact, and it looked tubular. And, other people would literally film that and put it on TikTok or Instagram, basically saying this is proof that aliens are here with us and they live in the ocean. But to us, it's like, oh, wow, that's a pretty interesting cloud formation.
I don't spend a lot of time on TikTok and Instagram. Is that what people are doing? They're looking at clouds and saying that's proof of aliens living in the ocean?
Doesn't sound right to me.
Doesn't sound right to me. What a weird thing. Opie's like, yeah, it was a really crazy scene. I could have taken a photo of it and said it's proof of aliens. What? Why?
How did the clouds in the ocean work? Like, what is he talking about? Aliens are not in the sky; they're in the ocean, so they're controlling the clouds.
I don't get it. I wish you would elaborate. I wish you would elaborate. If you're going to say something like that, like explain it. The last clip on here, Opie. This is the morning of 4th of July. It's like 8:30 in the morning, his time, and they're going to spend the day on the beach. He's very excited about that, and he realizes, like, the window of opportunity is closing on him.
Oh my God, there's barely any spots left on the beach already. Holy crap, I got to get out there or I'm not going to get a spot for the 4th of July.
Now, there is a railing there.
Yeah.
I don't see a single person on that beach.
No, neither do I.
Opie just goes, whoa, what's going on? Everyone's already at the beach. I don't see anyone. I haven't seen someone walk by. I haven't seen an umbrella getting put up. Like, nothing.
No, and this is a house in the Hamptons. I mean, these are private beaches to a certain degree. You can't just set up shop there.
You and I aren't going there and just hanging out. Yes, we'd have people be asking us questions. Where you guys come from? The fuck are you?
It wasn't too long ago he was talking about going into his house to get his gun to get people off of his beach.
That's right.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right. So why the fuck does he have to get his territory? I thought he kind of owned it.
What's going for?
Are you thinking of Anthony Cumia?
Yeah, that's true. I don't think Opie's
more than one person, but
wow. Carl, you said that I would be very excited. I just wanted a weather report. That's all.
I know. It was more than a weather report. We learned about HVAC and aliens and dampers. And whatever else he was saying he knows about now, he's an expert at.
Who are these